So I am not a big fan of mandatory gift giving. So that means birthdays, Valentine's Day, even Christmas sometimes. Um, I love giving gifts, but I never enjoy having to go to a store at a certain time to have to find a gift that's meaningful for someone else. And I certainly never want someone to feel like they have to run out because it's the day before Valentine's Day or the day before Christmas or the day before my birthday, and they have to purposely, magically find something that's meaningful. Um, my best version of gift giving is in everyday, small, little ways. It's coming by my desk when I'm working and giving me a little kiss and rubbing my back. It's doing the dishes one more time because I've been super busy. And even if we go back and forth and do them, you're going to take the extra time to do it. I think they call it acts of service when you talk about your different love languages. It's certain that and physical touch are two of my favorite things of doing nice things for other people to help their lives just be easier, better. Um, and so when Jason and I first started dating, I shared with him, I was like, listen, I'm just not a big, you don't need to do that. You're going to show me every day that you love me. And I'm going to show you every day that I love you in the ways that we act towards each other and treat each other. And so, if you find something for me for Christmas, great. If you don't, let's go out to dinner or plan a trip or, for my birthday or our anniversary, we normally go downtown Chicago and we just hit up a different bar or restaurant, have a drink, have an appetizer. Our first 1 year anniversary, we went to a ping pong club. I didn't even know there were ping pong clubs. And Jason's just really good at a lot of things. What I didn't tell him is I grew up with a ping pong table in my basement. And unless someone is really good and they can do, the fancy, what do you call it? When you spin the ball on the serve, unless you're at that level, I can beat most people. And so we start playing. I start just whooping his butt. And so he was a good sport about it. And he's like, good God, when's the last time you played ping pong? I'm like, it's just muscle memory from growing up with it in my basement. Um, so anyway, uh, I wanted to tell you a story about the best gift that I've ever received. That was the most meaningful to me. And it's actually the necklace that I'm wearing right now, if you are watching this on YouTube. Um, if you go back to a little bit after my late teen years, after my mom had left, one of the only things I had of hers was this opal and diamond necklace. I assume my dad had given it to her. And I just loved this necklace and I wore it all the time. Just a little reminder of the mom she was and the seed she sown. I know I talked about her in one of the podcasts, and it's called My Mom. Um, and it was just this wonderful representation of all the good times that she and I had had, and the love that I had experienced from her. So emotionally, that was all tied up in this little opal with this little diamond. I was dating someone at the time and I really wanted to have a new chain. The chain that my mom had didn't fit me quite right and it was getting a little bit old. So I gave him the necklace and he was going to, for Christmas, that was what I asked for. So we get to Christmas morning and I open up the box and it has this beautiful chain in it. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is so wonderful. Thank you so much. Where is my opal? And he started crying and said that he lost it. Why he chose to have me open up this damn necklace without the opal in it, I will never, ever, ever understand. But I, I was mad. I was sad. Um, I was angry. I don't remember a lot about back then, but that one really affected me. So you fast forward to about 3.5 years ago. Jason and I had been dating for 6, 7 months, and we decided to take our first vacation together. And we went to Mexico, went to the Barcela Maya Grande. Oh my goodness. what a great resort. We swam with sea turtles every day because they were right off the beach. We just put our snorkels on and went out and oh my goodness, it was just, we named him Timmy. So any sea turtle that we ever call, his name is Timmy. And every day we just go out and snorkel, and we'd find one or two sea turtles just float around the water and kind of follow them, and all these other fish. Anyway, one of the nights we went to one of the restaurants, and there were all these shops set up outside of the restaurants, and we're looking at things and just seeing if there's anything we're going to bring home for the kids. Or I saw this big bowl, this big wooden bowl with a sunflower in it. And sunflower is me and my best friend Emily's. It's kind of like our little God universe sign together. And so I looked at it and I considered buying it. And I ended up not buying it. And I found Jason. And then we walked by what seemed like 40 billion jewelry counters with really like bright yellows and bright orange colors and bright aqua blues and all this different jewelry. And I looked at him, I said, my goodness, who buys all this jewelry? So we keep walking, and he goes and looks off at something else. And he comes back to find me, and he sees me literally staring at the opal jewelry counter. And I kind of see him come up, and he's like, oh, are you done? And I said, yeah. And we're walking away, and he says, well, look at you looking at all that jewelry. And so I start telling him the story, and I start explaining that, my mom had this opal necklace, that the person I was dating at the time lost it. And I went on to say, and I'd never really put this into words, but I said, I really learned a lot from this man. He was so kind to me. He helped me kind of just heal from that part of my life. He allowed me to just be sad and cry and over the loss that I had experienced. And he was a really soft place to land for that period of time. And so I looked at Jason, I said, if I had to trade in my opal necklace to get the benefit of what I learned from him, what I learned about myself, and to do some of that healing, then it was worth it. Jason is a kind, sensitive man, and that made him tear up quite a bit. And he looked at me and he's like, Cathy Suber, I don't know that I've ever met anyone that views the world the way you do. He's like, I come close, but he's like, your kindness and forgiveness and the way you can take that story, and instead of just being pissed off the rest of your life that you lost this, that you can see the value of that whole time in your life. You can look at it from a little bit of a higher level. He's like, it's just really awesome. So we walked back to our hotel room and, didn't think much more about it. A day or two later, we were out that way by those shops. And I said, you know what? I keep thinking about that bowl for Emily. I said, I think I'm going to go get it. And Jason said, yeah, there's something over there I saw too. I think I'm going to go take a look at it too. So we go and I buy the bowl, and I look at him and I said, oh, I said, what did you want to look at? And I seriously had no idea, because you all know what's coming. He walked me up to the opal jewelry counter, and he looked at me and he said, which one would you like? And I started crying just like I am now. I said, oh, Jason, you don't have to do that. And he looked at me and said, you deserve a better ending to that story. You deserve a better ending. And so I picked out two that I liked, and I asked him which one he liked better. Then it was this one. And I wear it almost every day. Every once in a while, I wear a piece of jewelry that his mom made me, but I figure that's allowed to trump this necklace every once in a while. And every day I get to put this on and know that someone took special effort and special feelings of love and care and gave me a gift that meant so much to me. And I know that it's something that I will always feel fortunate for. And God forbid I lose it one day, I'll just always have that memory of that kindness and what this gift meant to me. So I don't know how to sum all that up. I just wanted to share that story with you. And I hope that every once in a while, you can find a gift for someone that is that meaningful, or just continue to do the daily nice things for the people around you. Those things add up so much. And sometimes we need to dig in deep when we might be having strain or stress with someone in our lives. And if we can continue to show them kindness, continue to do the little things, because it's not always a big gift, but the little things. I think I think everything just feels better, and relationships are always better when when that's how you live your life. Thanks for listening, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.